Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Divers Ready. My name's James. Thank you so much for watching. If this is the first scuba gear review video that you're watching from our channel, a couple of quick things. First, I'm not reading the product specs to you. Shearwater have a website. You can read them all there. Instead, I'm going to give you my real-world experience using this dive computer. Second, this is not a sponsored review. Yes, Shearwater did send me the computers for free. I can't afford / don't really want to buy products I don't need just to make review videos. And third, as with all of our gear review videos, there will be 3 parts. What I loved about this product, what I thought could be improved in future iterations, and who I think this product is best suited for. Shearwater sent me a whole bunch of Tern Tx's as well as the Peregrine Tx's, which I'll review in a separate video, at the start of the summer. They actually sent me a few of each to take with me for our Indonesia adventure so that our guests on those trips could try them out too and give me their feedback, which I've rolled into these review videos. Personally, I have about 44 dives on the Tern Tx. Here's what I love about it. The Tern Tx in the USA is only $125 more than the previous iteration, the Tern. For that extra money, you are now getting a lot of fixes to issues I had with the first Tern dive computer. You're getting a tilt compensated digital compass, and Shearwater Research's digital compass is actually really solid, unlike some other dive computer compasses I could name, Pelagic, which suck. Like the Tec, you can also have the compass shown at all times on the outer ring of the display to constantly monitor your direction, which is very good. It means you don't have to scroll through menus to get to your compass, and you can have a reminder of your general heading. You are getting air integration now. My experience with the Tern Tx's transmitter was flawless. I actually got to Bali with the computer still in its packaging, and I hadn't synced up a transmitter. I was able to do this in seconds on the dive boat as we were speeding along to dive number 1 of the trip on the actual boat itself. No issues at all. Bad planning on my part, but it can be done. And I never once had any signal interruptions above or below the water. I do recommend, of course, putting the Swift transmitter on a 6-inch high pressure hose known as a pigtail for best results. It's 2024. Buying a dive computer without AI capabilities would be like buying a VHS player. You can do it, but for the love of God, why would you? The strap system is great. The Remora strap system actually also works with the Tec, so we don't have to mess around with those fiddly double screwdrivers anymore, which is fantastic. I wish they had the cool Tec color range available in the full Remora range, because I love my funky purple and my army green. Of course, I bought the navy blue strap for the Tern Tx, and it came with the regular and the longer male end strap, so it will comfortably fit over a dry suit without the need for that annoying strap extension. Actually, being a bigger guy, I wear the Tern with the longer strap just on my bare arm, and it fits very nicely. I also dived this with the Remora webbing strap, which is also a quick connect and highly adjustable and easy to change out, and that's also suitable for dry suit diving and very reminiscent of the straps that I use on my Perdix computers. I think Shearwater Research have done a great job with the display on the Tern Tx. For recreational diving, all the information you want and need is right there on the home screen, including, as I mentioned above, the north reference for your compass should you so choose. But this being a Shearwater computer, it has, of course, more information than probably most recreational divers would probably ever need, including the coveted tissue saturation graph that us techies love to watch when we're on D.A.N, just watching it tick down into the green. Not sure why I'd need that for a recreational dive, but it still looks pretty cool. The display itself is tack sharp. Shearwater have the best screen sharpness across all of their dive computers, hands down. The Tern Tx is just beautiful, crisp, clear, and of course you can personalize the color scheme to your heart's content. And being a Shearwater, it is built to withstand the hard life of an active scuba diver. It feels solid, it has good weight to it, it's rugged, tougher than boiled owl. And it's all backed by Shearwater's impeccable customer service. That actually can't be overstated. I spend my whole life around divers. I meet divers from all over the world, and we love to chat about gear. whenever the subject of Shearwater comes up, the first thing that other people comment to me about isn't the screen brightness or the design, it's the customer service. I have never heard one bad thing about Shearwater's care for their customers, and it's true, I was a big fan of Shearwater long before I had a YouTube channel because of a positive customer service interaction I had with them well over a decade. So let's talk about what could be improved on the Tern Tx in future iterations. My main gripe, my really only complaint about the Tern Tx is the same as my main gripe about the Tec. If you want to go the route of buying a watch-style computer and accept the smaller screen for the convenience of having your dive computer be your daily wear watch above the water, then it needs to function as a watch, which means at the most basic level, it should tell the time at a glance. When I have my hands full when I'm driving, I don't want to have to push a button with my other hand just to see the time. Now, Shearwater have told me that they have no intention of going down the biometrics or smartwatch path with any of their watch style dive computers, and that's fine with me. It is a pure diver's dive computer, but I don't think it is too much to ask to put a gyroscope or gimbal inside the watch so that when I turn my wrist, the screen lights up and shows the time for a few seconds. They already have a tilt compensator for the compass, so I can't believe that the technology is that far out of reach. The way dive gear and dive computers or technology in general is sold to consumers these days annoys the hell out of me. All of the technology you're getting on the Tern Tx existed when the first Tern was launched. We have had transmitters, we've had AI, we've had digital compasses. The technology already existed, and it feels cheap to hold those features back and make a base model only to release an upgraded version with technology that already existed, that was already out there. If I owned a Tern, would I upgrade to a Tern Tx? Yes, I would. I would want the AI and the compass, but having to do so when my Tern 1 was only a couple of years old would annoy me quite a bit. So who is this computer best suited for? Well, for years, Shearwater Research made everyone's favourite second dive computer. Not second favourite. What do I mean by that? Well, when you're starting out in diving, you have to buy one of everything. Most people have a budget. Compromises need to be made to get fully kitted out. So you're not going to drop $1,000 or more on your first dive computer. You're going to buy something cheaper so you can get all the other pieces you need within your budget. An Aqualung or an Oceanic or some other POS. And you piece together all your other gear and you get some dives under your belt and you get hooked on the sport and you decide you want to dive more and get better gear and more features on your dive computer. And then you upgrade to a Shearwater and never look back. Of course, that meant that Shearwater as a company were missing out on the entry-level market, and the Tern Tx absolutely fills that gap. It's kind of weird when you think about it this way, that all other dive computer companies worked the other way. They made a basic dive computer and added more and more features until they could handle nitrox or trimix and added complexities. Shearwater started out making complex technical diving computers and rebreather controllers and have stripped it back to make a more simple, more basic recreational market dive computer. If I'm a brand new, just certified open water diver shopping for my first set of gear and I need to buy my first dive computer, I'm buying a Tern Tx. No question. It is the best entry-level dive computer on the market today if you don't want smartwatch functionality. And hey, if I'm a recreational diver on vacation, lounging poolside at my resort after 2 awesome morning dives, waiting for my fish tacos, holding a peach margarita in my hand, I don't need my wrist to be buzzing with stock market info and email notifications. I can switch to my Apple Watch when I go home and I'm back at work for that stuff. If I'm a recreational dive master or dive instructor working at a busy dive center, I am absolutely buying a Tern Tx. I get 20 hours between charges and it charges wirelessly on my nightstand while I sleep, and at all other times it lives on my wrist. It's my daily wear watch. But if I know I'm heading towards technical diving, open circuit or rebreather, I would not buy a Tern Tx. Perdix, Tec, that's the end of that discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. There is, of course, an affiliate link in the description of this video if you feel like I've been helpful and feel like supporting my channel further. I greatly appreciate that. I always try to use affiliate links from local dive shops who are smart enough to use Amazon as their e-commerce platform. Again, it's 2024 and it's time for the scuba industry to wake up and modernize. The Peregrine TX review is coming. You can treat this as part one of the 2-computer review for Shearwater for 2024, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much again. Dive safe, dive often.